This is Michael Mann, and this is your Loan Officer Experience. There are people in here that have fairly large databases, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to fill in the number of people you have in your database, approximately. I know you don't have an exact number, but approximately. And if you're one of the folks that are saying, hey, I don't have a database, you do. It's called your phone. It's just not a great database, but it's a database. So how many people mail monthly, every month? So most don't. I know there's coaching companies that say, hey, do you send a quarterly mailing, send a recipe card, touch your clients 4 times a year. But statistically, if you're not touching your clients 24 times a year, you're not getting the maximum results out of your database. And I know you think 24 times a year, that's twice a year. Yeah, it is. But that could be a combination of email, phone call, physical mail. If Holland wants to come up, please, and talk a little bit more about ideas for mailers, what the reasoning behind the mailing is.
Well, the one thing, I was thinking about it this morning. I had met with an agent a couple weeks ago, and we had touched briefly about wanting to do a mailer, and she's like, I just don't know what to do. And it almost gets so overwhelming that you just choose not to do it, right? It's just easier to push it aside and do work on something else that you have to do. But keep it simple. Some of the mailers that we get, some of them are handwritten. He'll write a little letter and handwrite it, and I just make 4,000 copies of it and send it out. There's different things you can do, like community-wise. So what she did was got the schedule for the football schedule, put it on a magnet with her name on it so it stays on the fridge. Stuff like that. People like that kind of stuff. So it doesn't have to necessarily be business driven. No one cares what our interest rates are or what they just don't. So just when you make it more personal, then I think you get a better reaction. But don't let not having content hinder you from sending it out, because there's plenty of things that you can send out. And plan ahead. Do it 6 months in advance. We do that, and I find doing that makes us more consistent, because that's the biggest thing that we found is if you're not consistent, you're not going to see a benefit